You'll wonder why the guy is just climbing and climbing and climbing in the polls. Again, I think he's hitting on a nerve that is so central to the American public right now, and that is the livelihood and success of the middle class. So calling for example, more housing, build, baby, build over the weekend, calling for the need for a dividend check. Meanwhile, you look at these poll numbers, it's amazing, right? These poll numbers are huge for 18 to 39, that is a giant jump. This is Insider Advantage just came out with a new poll, and I'm blown away by that. So who would have ever thought the youth in America would vote conservative? I mean, Charlie, of course, had a big hand in that. Don't forget that. And I think that with his passing, people, especially the youth, are like tuning in more and more and more. How many times have I seen someone over the last couple of weeks on TikTok or Twitter or wherever say, gosh, you know what? I've woken up. I never realized everything that was being spoon-fed to me in such a way that, I really didn't have a way to think about this. And so Donald Trump now climbing in these polls. We saw the Quinnipiac one the other day, right? And you see the favorable ratings, 30% for the Democrat Party. That is just unbelievably bad. Unfavorable ratings, 54%. In other words, everybody in the middle doesn't like them right now. And they don't like them because of a variety of things. You've got, I don't know, the sombrero memes probably don't help because it really typecasts them right about now is looking out for everybody except for the Americans that are toiling away, trying to earn an honest living in this country. So yes, what's happened? Even the poll from the New York Times has the libs taken the blame for the shutdown, something that Chuck Schumer can't believe. But I can't believe Chuck Schumer because Chuck Schumer is now calling out the New York Times saying it's totally biased in favor of Trump. I'm like, what world are we living in now, Chucky? All right, listen to this. I mean, he says it and then he starts to laugh. And then everybody on Capitol Hill starts to laugh because it's so, frankly, preposterous.
A poll that says that Democrats will be blamed for the shutdown. There are many more polls that show Republicans are blamed. The question in that poll is biased. Biased. In the New York Times, but it's biased. If you turn the... That's true. I don't always believe the New York Times. You can be sure of that. Neither do you. Okay.
Oh, Chucky. I mean, when you're trying to say that the New York Times is biased towards Donald Trump, you've really, really kind of jumped the shark. We know that you just have nothing to compete against him with because he's locked up your entire category. I mean, remember the day when the Democrats used to talk about how we can't have anybody coming here illegally? Dianne Feinstein, senator from California, saying we can't be the welfare system for Mexico. Well, apparently now we're the welfare system from Mexico. And they don't want to admit this right now. I mean, this was the best takedown ever. So last week, Jeannie Shaheen, she is the senator from New Hampshire, she went on to Fox. Okay, I give her credit. She went on to Fox. Not an easy thing to do, I know. But if you're going to go on to Fox or any conservative program, please don't sit there and lie to our faces, as she did. Love Lawrence for this one. Class act the way he handled it. But look at the question he asks her. Look at what she says, and then look at what's coming. And we will try that again, shall we?
He's saying that illegal immigrants should get access to the health insurance marketplace.
I'm so glad you said that. Actually, I have some tape of your Democratic Party members saying this on the debate stage. So they've all said it. Let's play the clip.
A lot of you have been talking tonight about these government health care plans that you've proposed in one form or another. This is a show of hands question, and hold them up for a moment so people can see. Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants. Okay.
Senator, that's literally every member of your party, from moderate to more progressive, that have said that in the past.
Okay, so you can't lie. So whether it's, okay, we want healthcare for illegals, we want free stuff for illegals, we want free. Forget about Americans, right? We showed you the tape last year of kids getting kicked out of school in New York City. They couldn't go to school because it was a snowstorm and they had to house all the migrants. I mean, these are hard realities, right? I'm not saying that you want to leave people outside in the cold, but you can imagine how angry the parents were that said, wait a second, my kid has to go to school. And why is it that these people are being prioritized who are not American citizens, all in the name of this humanitarian aid? I mean, you just can't actually bring that many people in if you don't have systems to account for them. And that is what Donald Trump is fighting back against right now, and the GOP is fighting back against, because we don't have the money. Oh, well, they'll say, what about the rebate checks? If you're going to give $2,000, right, to every American, 180 adult Americans, well, then really shouldn't you be giving that to the migrants? And I think voters would tell you very simply, no. Because these are the people that are paying the taxes. These are the people that are paying into the system. And we need to be rewarding them first. I'll tell you, it's like they just can't figure this out. And so every time I look at these polls, I keep seeing him gaining and gaining and gaining. And it's because people feel like they have been deserted by the Democrat Party. I've showed you guys this before, this woman who phrased it, I was going to say so eloquently, but not necessarily eloquently, because there's a whole lot of F-bombs in there. We cleaned them up, okay? But it's not necessarily eloquent. But she gets her point across passionately. Hello? Listen to this lady.
So the Democrats want to give away $1.4 billion of free money to the immigrants for health care. And if not, if the other side don't agree with it, they talking about shutting down the government. Why the do you fight so hard for everybody but your own people? What about us?
What about us? That's what everybody's asking. That's what your polls keep tanking. Boom, right? I mean, that's the reality of it, you guys. It's like, what about us? What about everyday Americans that are toiling away and they don't get the, $300 worth of ethnically appropriate food like they were giving out in New York City? They don't get daily maid service at the Roosevelt Hotel, once a 4 or 5-star hotel in New York City. They don't get any of that. They get taxed because they have to pay for it all. Why are they doing this? Like, it just doesn't make I'll tell you, it doesn't make any economic sense, and it doesn't make any political sense. Well, it doesn't make any political sense provided you don't have Democrats that are winning and therefore forcing through legislation that would enable people who are here illegally in the country to be able to vote. I think that was the big dream. They were trying to get there. And suddenly Donald Trump and more than half the country came along and said, nope, not happening.